Hello and a very warm welcome. We hear a lot these days about how to spot a narcissist through their behaviour, through their manipulation, their gaslighting, etc. But there's one area of narcissistic behaviour that seems to remain hidden, unspoken, or completely overlooked. And this is how the narcissist behaves in the bedroom. Today we're going to uncover these subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways narcissistic behaviour can show up in sex and intimacy, because this could help you recognise some new patterns and understand why you may feel used, abused or disconnected from your partner. And this recognition could be your first step to reclaiming your power. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what the most powerful thing you can do is if the following traits and behaviours resonate with you. And if you're watching this as a short form video, make sure that you have subscribed or followed me so that you get all the different parts of this video series. Okay, so two classic traits of a narcissist are lack of empathy and a sense of entitlement. So in intimate situations, this can show up as them feeling entitled to have sex whenever they want, regardless of what is going on for you, regardless of your needs and wants. They will fail to check in with you. They will just carry on doing what pleases them and not show any regard or very little regard for any discomfort or even pain that you might be experiencing. This can lead to you feeling guilt or shame around sex and feeling like you have failed, because they will most likely be saying things like you don't know how to be a good partner or a good wife, and will make you responsible for their frustration, even if they have, which is very, very common, a particularly high sex drive or a desire to try things that are perhaps not within your comfort zone, or things that you want to or feel ready to do. This can leave you feeling anxious, you may feel low, and you may start to disconnect from your own body, some form of dissociation, as well as starting to disconnect from your partner, which of course leads to other problems, because then that will make sex more difficult for you and certainly more uncomfortable, more painful. The narcissist's need for control is woven throughout your relationship with them, and the sexual relationship is no exception. So they need to take control of the frequency, the timings, the style, and may even coerce or intimidate you into having sex when you're not feeling like it. This can lead you to, again, dissociate. It can lead to trauma responses and leave you with PTSD or CPTSD. The narcissist's grandiose sense of self, whether they are covert or overt, in the bedroom, this will show up in them treating you as an object and showing very little emotional connection with you, or if they do, it's not going to be genuine or heartfelt. They also need, because of this grandiosity, they need to be praised. They need you to make them feel good. And you will probably do this out of protection, because you know that they need to hear the words and the praise from you. So you find yourself almost playing a role just to keep the peace and to keep yourself safe in that very intimate moment. We all know how the narcissist will not respect your boundaries, and this of course is no exception in the bedroom. So the narcissist may ignore the need for your consent, ignore you saying no or not now, and they may push the limits around contraception. This leaves you feeling unseen, unheard, unimportant, and may cause trauma around sexual relationships, sexual rapport, and lead to psychosomatic pain and conditions that are all tied in to sex being imposed on you by somebody else and you not daring to not give in to them. In 2022, a study found that there is a connection between narcissistic men and problems with premature ejaculation and problems reaching orgasm for narcissistic men. Whatever may be going on for the narcissist, they will not take responsibility and accountability for their performance, for their behaviour in the bedroom, just as they won't take responsibility or accountability outside of the bedroom. And this will be projected onto you. So it will be a problem that you are causing, that you are not performing adequately, you are not doing something right, and that's why there are problems. Again, this behaviour is going to impact on your self-esteem, on your feelings of self-worth and your confidence. And again, this will not only be felt in the bedroom, but it will start to affect how you feel in general. You know how narcissists love to use triangulation techniques, where they bring in a third party in order to create conflict or added tension. This is no exception in the bedroom, and this can be done in apparently subtle ways. It can be done in times before you get into the bedroom, but plant seeds of self-doubt. So they may compare you to an ex, or they may compare you physically or in some other way with a celebrity on the TV. So they will bring in this third party in order to reduce your self-esteem around sex. During the love bombing phase of your relationship with a narcissist, you may find that you have very passionate, very intense sexual experiences with them, and that it feels great. But remember, this is part of a tactic to draw you in, to get you hooked, to create this false sense of security, and then they will start to move on and start to use sex as a way to manipulate you. So this could be withholding sex. Once they have got you used to having it frequently and very passionately, they may realize that they have got you hooked and they can start to use it as a means to control you. This may then become the beginning of those cycles of love bombing, devaluing, discarding and hoovering. All of these traits, all of these behaviours taking place around sex can lead to you becoming trauma bonded. There is a part of you that's aware that this isn't healthy, that you're not feeling good, but then there are these moments where it does feel amazing and you feel that that is worth all the downsides and you can't live without this person. Whatever stage you're at, I highly recommend that you start doing this one thing. I said at the beginning I was going to share one thing that you can do to start taking back your power. And it's very simple, not so easy, but it's essential for you to start moving forwards. You need to start listening to your body. Your body will not lie. If your body is creating aches and pains and feeling that it does not want to engage in sexual relations, it is telling you that because it knows you are unsafe. At the very least, you are emotionally unsafe. So start listening to what your body is telling you and start taking actions. Watch my other videos on setting boundaries, on taking back your power, in order to start rebuilding yourself and to know once and for all that you can live without this person, that a healthy relationship does not entail all of these behaviours. You do not have to put up with unacceptable behaviour in a healthy relationship. But first and foremost, you need to get out of this toxic relationship and start healing. Remember, as ever, you can pop questions in the comments or share your own experiences. Until next time, take really good care of you. Bye for now.